सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः।
नमस्ते जी।
From 9th shloka onward. श्रोत्रं चक्षुष्स्पर्शनं च
श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शं च
रसनं घ्राणमेव च
रसनं घ्राणमेव च
अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायम्
अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायम्
विषयानुपसेवते
विषयानुपसेवते
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि
भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितम्
भुज्ञानं वा गुणान्वितम्
विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति
विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति
पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः
पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनम्
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनम्
पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितम्
पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितम्
यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः
यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः
नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः
नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः
यदादित्यगतं तेजः
यदादित्यगतं तेजः
जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम्
जगत्भासयकितेऽखिलम्
यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ
यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ
तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्
तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्
आमाविश्य च भूतानि
गामाविश्य च भूतानि
धारयाम्यहमोजसा
धारयाम्यहमोजसा
उष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः
पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वाः
सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा
प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः
प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः
पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्
पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः
सर्वस्य सागं हृदि सन्निविष्टः
मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च
मत्तस्मृतिज्ञानमबोहनं च
वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः
वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः
वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहम्
वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके
द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके
क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च
क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च
क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि
क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि
कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
कूटस्तर कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
Yeah. यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः. You should not ask which chapter it is. Which chapter it is?
Jnana Shloka. Jnana Shloka.
Part of the Jnana Shloka.
Okay. Dhyana Shloka, right. So otherwise, if you look, you won't find. Chapter 1 onwards, you can go all the way to 80. So, Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedais Changa Pada Kramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samaga. Vedais Changa Pada Kramopanishadaihi. Okay. So, wait, okay, keep that in one side. Okay, what does it say there? Vedaihi Gayante Yam Samagaha. So that which is talked about in all the Vedas. Can you connect it to one of the mantras we've just studied? Look at number 15. Number 15. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha mattaspratirjnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvaihi ahameva vedyaha. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Okay, same thing, is it not? Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadai Gayantiyam Samaga. So that is the way to connect those two. So now, having entered the 16th shloka, already he said, I am in the form of this inert universe, and I am also in the form of this conscious universe, namely beings, living beings. Those two he said. Okay. So now he's already told Sarvam Brahmamayam. Okay. And he said Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi. Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samahana. So that is the message he's already given. And those who are studying Taittiriya Upanishad also now it should not be new, because there also same thing is said. After the student understands this vision, it seems the student is very happy. And how does it show that? Means That's the joy, expression of joy. That's it. Over. Ahamannam, ahamannam, ahamannam. Now, why are you so happy? Ahamannam, ahamannam, aham. I am the food. I'm food. I'm annam. Ahamannadu, ahamannadu, ahamannadam. Annadaha. Annam atti iti annadaha. One who eats the food is annadaha. Aham annadaha. I am the eater of the food. Previously, I thought I am the eater of the food only. Now I come to know that I am the food also. Okay, this is very interesting. I eat myself, it looks like. Yeah, something like ahamannadaha. Then what? Ahagashloka ahagashloka ahagashloka. Three times he's saying, why is it not enough? You tell me once. Same thing you say three times. Is it going to make a difference? Hey, come on. When people are happy, they don't know what they say. They know what they say, but they don't know what they say also, you know. So sometimes you repeat the same thing three, four times. Because that's how it is. So ahagya shloka krit. I am the creator of all the shastrams. Shloka krit. I am the creator of all the shlokas. I am the author of all the shlokas. Oh, really? Okay. I ahagya shloka krit, ahagya shloka krit, ahagya shloka krit. Ahamasmi prathama jaritasya. This swara is like that. This is how it should supposed to be chanted. Because they just extending in the joy, that sound just keeps on, it doesn't end at all. Ahamasmi Prathamaja Rita. Who is Prathamaja?
Hiranyagarba.
Brahma. Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma. Okay, not Nirgunam Brahma. Chaturmukha Brahmaji. That Ji, I am Brahmaji, it seems. Over. So in one shot, in one stroke, he just consumes the whole universe. Suvarna Jyoti Ya Evam Veda. The one who knows this knows it all and is free, is liberated. Ityupanishad, like that, the Upanishad ends, that particular section of the Upanishad ends. That is what Krishna is saying here in different words, starting from Yadaditya Gatam Tejaha. Correct? So now you can see, when we study Bhagavad Gita, then we will feel like studying the Upanishad. Because they can now connect it. It is now not far away. Upanishad is the same message it has to talk about Yam Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Marutaha, Sunmanti Stavaihi, Vedai Sanga Padakram Upanishadaihi. Even Upanishads, by the Upanishads, the same messages given, talked about, right? So, now, in this shlokas, number 16, 17, and 18, he is introducing some new words. Okay? He's going to introduce three words called as Kara Purushaha, Akshara Purushaha, and Uttama Purushaha. Okay, these three words. Okay. In the 7th chapter, he introduced two words called Purushaha and Prakriti. I thought I understood that. Now suddenly he is saying, no, no, no. There is Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, and Uttama Purusha. Okay, just different ways of saying the same thing. So it is good. It's good to see if we understood everything, right? And so that's what he's going to say. First, Kshara Purusha. What is Kshara Purusha? Kshara means declining. Declining. The whole universe made of matter. That matter is constantly changing. Science knows it. We also know it. Okay. That is called Kshara Purusha. He is using the word Purusha for that, even though in the 7th chapter, the word Purusha was reserved only for that Brahma only. But here, Kshara Purusha, the declining entity, the whole universe of matter, okay, is Kshara Purusha, okay, which is Panchabhuta, Pancha Mahabhutai Kritam, right? Then what? Akshara Purusha, the Purusha that does not change. Akshara does not ever imperishable Purusha. Is that not Brahma? No. In this context, it is not Brahma. In this context, it's not Brahma. Context always decides what the meaning of the word is, right? Therefore, Krishna is playing once again a little bit of the game here by saying Akshara Purusha. And you know who that Akshara Purusha is? That is Maya. That is Maya. That Maya. Maya is not Brahma. Maya is sustained by Brahma. So that Maya also changes. Brahma does not change, but Maya changes. Maya is the cause of this world. What kind of cause of this world? Parinami Upadana Karana. Maya is the cause of the world. Maya becomes the world. Maya keeps changing. Her attribute is change. Brahma is the cause of the world, and somebody says we should not say, oh, there are two things called Maya and Brahma that are. No, it's not two things. Brahma is the Vivarta Upadana Karanam. We've seen that. Brahma is the cause of the universe without changing. Without changing. Like I am the cause of my dream world without changing. I don't change at all in the process. Okay? Whereas Maya keeps changing. She becomes the world. She constantly undergoes change. That changing Maya is this Akshara Purusha. When she's changing, why is she called Akshara? Anadi never declines. She can never go away. I thought anything that changes is subject to death. That is generally true. That is true for everything. But if Maya goes away, creation can never happen. The cycles can never happen because Maya needs to be there for this creation to happen. Therefore, only theoretically you can say Maya goes away, but Maya cannot go. It cannot go. So he is that Akshara Purusha here. Okay. Also connected to Prakriti of the 7th chapter. Prakriti includes Akshara Purusha plus the previous one, Kshara Purusha also. Both of them you add up, you come to Prakriti of the 7th. All right. And that is that. You can say unmanifest matter. First one you call manifest matter, whatever you can objectify, whatever you can study, whatever science is studying, that is called measuring. All that is Kshara Purusha. Akshara Purusha, we say, hey, when something is manifest, there has to be a corresponding unmanifest. From the unmanifest, only manifest has come. Yeah. So therefore, unmanifest goes along with manifest. And Swamiji says you can call it energy, you can call it wave, you can call it whatever you want, which in your mind is subtle. Which in your mind requires some huge instruments to see, you know. And science says wave. Wave is not visible anywhere. I don't see wave anywhere. But sound itself is in the form of waves. They say it just goes like this and then hits the ear. Okay? So you can say that is Akshara Purusha. Huh? Anyway, that is second. First is Akshara Purusha. Second is Kshara Purusha. Third. Third is what? Uttama Purusha. Huh? He's going to come to that later. Okay? So that is the Chaitanyam. That is Atma. That is Brahma. Okay? Science will say that consciousness, that Uttama Purusha is a product of material. It's a surmise. It's a speculation. They're still speculating it. Because they don't know anything other than matter. So they can only speculate about consciousness until they understand consciousness completely. So consciousness is a product of matter. We turn the whole thing around and say, no, matter is a product of consciousness. Highly unintuitive. That is why we need the Shastram, correct? That is why we have to surrender to the Shastram. All right. So that consciousness is Uttama Purusha, which is, we know, which is Nirgunam, Nirvikaram, Satyam, Nirvikalpam, Tattvam, Chaitanya Tattvam. We saw that before. All those things we can say to Chaitanya Uttama Purusha. Whereas for Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha, which are all Mithya, which are savikaram, which are sagunam, which are divisible, savikalpam. Okay, both of them. So that mithya world is divided into two here by Sri Krishna. Okay, that's all the difference here. But we have to be aware. Otherwise, if you simply look at it, Akshara Purusha means immediately Brahma comes to mind. Because Akshara only refers to Brahma in general. But here it does not mean that. Okay. So therefore, I am the observer of this Kshara and Akshara. Kshara Jagat and Akshara Jagat. Okay. I am the observer. Kshara Prapancha and Akshara Prapancha. Okay. That I is the Uttama Purusha. Therefore, now look at the shloka. Now we are entering the shloka number 16. Vavimau purushau loke ksharacha ksharascha kshara evacha imau dvau purushau. Dual gender. So in Sanskrit, occasionally we see dual gender, and this is another beautiful place. That is, purushau means two purushas, two entities are there. Dvau, dvau, two purushau, imau. Imau means ete, yeshaha, ete, or rather yeshaha, etau, ete. These two. These two purushas are there. Who are those two purushas? Sharaha, cha, aksharaha, eva, cha. These two purushas are there. And let me explain to you what those two purushas are. Charas sarvani bhutani. Charaha, purushaha means what? Sarvani bhutani. All these manifest things that you call as the universe, living beings, non-living beings, everything, all the things, sentient and insentient, which is equal to the universe. That manifest and unmanifest world is called Kshara Purusha. Sorry, manifest world is called Kshara Purusha. Okay. Then Utasto Kshara Uchyate. Manifest universe is called Kshara Purusha. That is why it is called Jagat also. Jayati, Gachati, iti Jagat. The changing, whatever changes is Jagat. And that is Kshara Purusha. And then Aksharaha Uchyate. Aksharaha is what? Utastaha iti Uchyate. Okay, these are all technical words. Utastaha. Maya. Maya. We encountered this word before. Kutastaha before, right? We saw it in a couple of shlokas, right? In the 12th chapter also we saw Ye Tvaksharama Nirdesham 12.3. If you want to look it up, make a note. 12.3. Ye Tvaksharama Nirdesham Avyaktam Paryupasate Sarvatragamachintyancha Kutasto Kutastamachalam Dhruvam. Like that we saw. Avyaktam Achalam Dhruvam. Avyaktam. That Avyaktam indicates Maya. Unmanifest. Maya. Unmanifest. Okay. So that is Kutastham. That Maya is Kutastham. Kute Tishtati iti Maya. Maya is that which is Kute, means in the Kuta. Kuta is what? Kuta is that annual. We saw that. And literal meaning is annual, you know. So if you don't know what an anvil is, it's good to Google and go to images and see what an anvil is. It's useful. It's useful. In engineering, when we were studying, we had to work on the anvil. We had to do this vidhi. All the ironsmith and all, whatever they do, we had to do for a few months. And so it's good to know that anvil is a solid piece of metal, solid big piece of metal on which you can take any molten, unmolten, red hot metal and beat it up. And the anvil will simply stay. It will be unshakable. Not even a vibration should be there. Otherwise, the work will go. It will not happen. You can't create objects from that. See, that anvil has to be. So Maya is that which is there on the solid Brahma, unmoving Brahma. Okay, the unchanging Brahma. Anvil cannot change. It can't bend according to the forces it gets. No, can't get it. And so that Kute Tishtati, that who is there in that Kuta called Brahma is called Maya. This is a technical word for Maya. In the Shastra, it is used. Okay, so that is Kutastaha. Kutastaha, Aksharaha. Kutastha here is referred to as Aksharaha. Because Maya changes but never perishes. Never perish. Akshara means imperishable. Imperishable. Okay. So we saw all that in the 13th chapter. One more place it comes. In the 6th chapter. Jnana Vijnana 6, 7 or 6, 8 if you want to make a note. Jnana Vijnana Triptatma Kutasto Vijitendriyaha. And then what? Yukta Ityuchade Yogi Samaloštashma Kanchana. So there also, in referring to a jnani, it was used. Okay? Anyway, Kutaha, Kutastaha. So Kutastha here now finally means what? Nirvikaraha, Achalam, Anadi, Anantam. Okay, all that is Maya. Brahma also is Anadi, Anantam. Maya also is Anadi, Anantam. Brahma is unchangingly Anadi, Anantam. Maya is changingly Anadi. Okay, this is very important. Anyway, so that is what he's saying. Dvavimo Purushau Loke. These two are there. The third one is going to come in the next shloka. So let us translate these two, this shloka. These two entities, comma, the perishable and the imperishable, the perishable and the imperishable, exist in the world. Full stop. All beings and elements, all beings and elements are called the perishable, and the changeless is called the imperishable. All beings and elements are called the perishable, and the changeless is called the imperishable. These two entities, the perishable and the imperishable, exist in the world. All beings and elements are called the perishable, and the changeless is called the imperishable. Next shloka. Uttamah purushastvanyah
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
Paramatmetyudahritah
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः
बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः.
बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः.
So having talked about Dvavimo Purushau, okay, which is split in that way. Dvau imau purusha. That is the way to split that. Those two purushas he talked about. Now he is saying anyaha purusha. Anyaha purusha. There is another purusha. Okay. Uttamaha. Uttamaha purusha. Which is even, it is distinct from these two purushas. I thought you have covered the entire universe by the Dva Vimau Purusha. No, there is another Purusha, which is Uttama, which is superior, which is very distinct from the other two. Paramatma iti udahritaha. Udahritaha, well known as, said to be, called as Paramatma. That Anyaha Purushaha Uttamaha is called as Paramatma. Okay. And I thought we are studying Advaita. Then you bring in Dvaita. At least Dvaita I can understand. Atma and Anatma I can understand. Now you are talking Traita, because you're talking about three things now. I thought my doubts were all clarified. Suddenly you're creating another doubt. Hey, come on. This is still Dvaita only and Advaita only, because this Kshara Purusha is Mithya. Akshara Purusha also is Mithya. And now we are talking about Satyam Uttama Purusha. Still Satyam Mithya. Still Atma Anatma. Okay. So, therefore, Paramatma iti Udahritaha. So, reference 13th chapter, 23, you may want to make a note and look it up. So, Upadrashtanumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatmeti cha Pyuktaha Dehesmin Purushah Paraha. Like that we saw. Paramatma iti cha api uktaha. Also called as Paramatma. There also similar language was used by Sri Krishna. Okay. So, Upadrashta Anumanta cha. Upadrashta. Just observing. Observing. Drashta means observing. Upadrashta means observing while being very close to us, not observing from far away, very close. Upa. Samipe sthitva pashyati iti upadrashta. Means what? Atma. Can't be any closer than Atma. So there, upadrashta. That same Purusha is here. Uttamaha Purushaha Paramatma iti udahritaha. Iti, that is how it is well known as. Okay. Then what happened? What about that Paramatma? Yo yaha lokatrayam avishya. That Paramatma which has entered avishya lokatrayam, all the three worlds. Three worlds is a way of saying universe, the entire universe, which is the three worlds, Bhuhu Bhuvah. Okay. Or 14 worlds, lokas, depending, all are same thing, right? So universe, lokatrayam avishya, having entered the world and entered the world. Wait a minute. Entered the world. When did this Ishvara enter the world? Hey, Ishvara entered the world exactly like the gold entered ornaments. When did the gold enter all the ornaments? Hey, the question when itself doesn't arise, because the minute ornaments came into being, gold was already there. Of course, gold was there even before the ornaments came into the being. That is the beauty. And so, Lokatrayam Avishya, not at a particular time, Paramatma was always there. And so, Avishya means to say that this world is not separate from Paramatma. Avishya, that is a way of saying. In Taittiriya Upanishad, Tadanu Pravishya Satchatyacha Bhavat. Or Anupravesha Shruti. It means what? It is the Shastram that talks about the entry of Ishvara into the universe. That is the technical way they say it. Entry. There is no real entry. The entry as we know it, no chance. There's no chance. Okay. And entry means gatekeeper has to be there. All this. The entry means this thing, something comes to my mind. Anyway, it came to my mind, so I'll say it. When I first went to the US, once a month, our professor, I joined the research team, and that professor, it seems, takes all the entire group to on a Friday evening to the bar. They go to a bar. So I didn't even know what a bar was at that time. But then they said, "Come on, we are all going. Where are we going? We are going to a bar." Okay, so what? So I'll get a chance to see a bar. What is wrong with it? So there, I guess a gatekeeper in the bars, because there is a law. You must be of certain age to enter a bar. So everybody enters, and then I am entering, and then show your ID. I don't know what ID I showed. Maybe I had a driver's license or not. I don't know. Some ID I showed. And then he said, "No, you can't enter the bar. Because 21 years old you have to be." I was not 21 yet at that time. And so he stopped me. And then the professor had to come. And then, "Jay, you're not 21 yet." And so this joke happened. And so I'm not 21. What can I do about that? So then the professor said, "Oh, no, they're all graduate students. They're all highly mature people of this." They argued. And then the guy let me in. So entry. Because if Bhagavan were to entry, there'll be a gatekeeper also. Because entry means gatekeeper will be there. Then there'll be a fight between the gatekeeper and Bhagavan. So we can't take that kind of an entry here. And so Yaha Lokatrayam Avishya, having entered this universe of three worlds, then what? Vibharti. Vibharti. Vibharti means Rakshati, protects. Having entered, Ishvara protects. How does Ishvara protect? Having entered, Satta Spurti Pradhanena, being the Satyam of the world. That is how Ishvara can protect us. Because Jagat is constantly changing. Shadvikaravat. Asti jayate vardate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyati. That is the nature of Kshara Purusha and Akshara. Kshara Purusha, at least that is the nature. Okay. And so nobody can stop that. Nobody can stop the change. So God protects doesn't mean God will stop the whole change process. Therefore, I will be immortal. I can live forever. Body can live forever. No chance. Look at this. Look at how Vedanta helps us understand life. So we become objective. We become normal beings. We don't expect magic out of the life. Correct? This expectation of something magical takes us away from reality. Correct? This is the way I think of. So, Satta Spurti Pradhanena, by being what I call existence, Satyam, by being the Satyam of the entire Jagat, by being the consciousness of the entire Jagat, and by recognizing that consciousness, that I am conscious. Only a human being can recognize that, correct? Consciousness. So, in that form, Vibharti, Avyayaha, that Purushaha, Uttamaha Purushaha is Abhyayaha. Paramatma is Abhyayaha. Changeless. Like the dreamer seeing the dream. Fortunately, the dreaming consciousness is changeless. That sustaining consciousness of the dream world is changeless. It has to be changeless. Otherwise, dream, you can't even talk about dream. Right? So, Abhyayaha, also called as Ishvara. Ishvara. Okay. So, unaffected. Okay. He's a Swami. Swami, Ishvara means the observer of the everything. Therefore, master. Master. Ishvara here means Aishwarya. Aishwarya. It's called Ishvara. Means what? So many things are happening in this world. Is Ishvara getting affected by that? Planets are colliding. We don't know. So many things are happening. And no, just an observer. Everything can happen. Anything can happen. I am unaffected. Asangaha. अच्छेद्यो यमदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थाणुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः. Second chapter. That Ishvara here is Uttamaha Purushaha Paramatma. So therefore, what is he saying? I am Purusha, which is Anyaha, other than the two Purushas I talked about in the previous shloka, which is called Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha. Here I am Adhyayaha, I am Ishvaraha, I am Paramatma, also known as Paramatma iti Purah. So I am beyond the perishable and the imperishable. That's what he is saying. In other words, don't say I am imperishable. That is not good enough. There is imperishable Maya also. So I am distinct from even Maya. Okay, there is a message here. So let's translate it. But the other superior entity is called Paramatma. But the other superior entity is called Paramatma. Comma, limitless self. Means there, the Paramatma is translated as limitless self, understood as limitless self. Paramatma, comma, limitless self. So that word itself indicates Advaita. Atma is, we know Atma as the self. Paramatma, Ishvara is called Paramatma. All right. Paramatma, limitless self, comma, the changeless Ishvara. The changeless Ishvara, comma, who having entered the three worlds, sustains them. But the other superior entity is called Paramatma, limitless self, the changeless Ishvara, who, having entered the three worlds, sustains them. Next shloka.
Where is the three word mentioned in this?
Lokatrayam. Next
Oh.
shloka.
Oh, okay.
Yasmat ksharamati doham. Prasad.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yasmat ksharamati doham.
Yasmat ksharamati toham
Aksharaadapi chottamaha.
aksharaadapi chottamaha
Atosmi loke vede cha.
atosmi loke vede cha
Prathitah purushottamaha.
pratitah purushottamaha
Yasmat ksharamati doham.
yasmat ksharamati toham
Aksharaadapi chottamaha.
aksharaadapi chottamaha
Atosmi loke vede cha.
atosmi loke vede cha
Pratithah Purushottamaha.
pratitah purushottamaha.
So Yasmat. Yasmat means because. And then next sentence, ataha, he says. Ataha means tasmat, therefore. So he's saying something there, he's giving some reasoning. Okay. Yasmat ksharam aham aksharaadapi atitaha cha uttamaha. So, yasmat ksharam atitaha. I transcend the kshara purusha. I transcend means I am superior to kshara purusha. I am superior to the manifest world. Obviously, I am. Then what? Aham aksharaadapi uttamaha. I am greater than this akshara purusha also. Even Maya also, I am superior to Maya. Because Maya is changingly permanent. Who am I? I am unchangingly permanent. Therefore, I am superior to Maya also. And so, ataha. Therefore, because of that, loke vede cha pratitaha purushottamah. Purushottamah pratitaha. Therefore, I am well known. Pratitaha. I am well known as Purushottama. Tamaha Purushaha. He just turns the two words around and says, I am called Purushottama. Therefore, I am well known. I am very well known. Where are you well known? Loke. Loke. In this world, I am well known. I am well known in this world. Okay. Vedecha. Vedecha. In the scriptures also, in the Shastram also, I am well known. People don't talk about.
This chapter is Purushottama Yoga.
So, Vedecha. Vede. So, in the Veda also it comes. Shruti also. And because it is there in the Shruti, it has to be there in the Smriti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam. So because Veda is the source, and so because it is there in the Veda, it is there in every other book written by any human being, okay, including the Bhagavad Gita. And so, therefore, here also I am known as Purushottama, because there I am known as Purushottama. I'm the most popular guy. Okay. And popular guy not understood. Okay, that is a different thing, but I am popular. Okay. As Swamiji would say, God is the most misunderstood entity. God must be very sad, Because like we are sad if people don't understand us. Right? We fight amongst each other. You never understand me. After 50 years of marriage, you have not understood me. That, right? So that Purushottama I am. Aham asmi. Purushottama asmi. I am known as, well known in the Vedas and in the universe among people. And so look at how these words are all so pregnant with meaning, right? I mean, suppose we were to go back. Suppose with this knowledge that we have today, we are going to name our children. We're going to name our children. I'm not saying you should do, this is not a topic of discussion with your spouse, okay? Not good. Or with your children. We are not even suggesting that the names, today's names are not good, because people may misunderstand. In this class, we are doing an exercise. If we were to go back and now name our children, our thinking will be different. That's all I'm saying. Our thinking is going to be different. And among all the beautiful words, you're going to choose words, right? And so these words, every word is so meaningful. And so it's important to name our children also. So sometimes what they will do is every word looks beautiful. Everything is Ishvara's word. So I don't know how to choose. How will I choose if every word is good? It is like throwing a baby in a boy, a 5-year-old girl or a boy in a candy store. In America, they have candy stores. I've seen it. There's nothing. India, nothing. I've not seen it. Maybe in the malls it is there. But outside, candy store means you go everywhere, there's candies. In bottle, there is candy. You can just turn it around and pull. And it's all accessible to children, okay? In America stores, they won't protect these things, but children should come and just take it away, because finally they have to pay anyway. They know that. So it's all there. It's all candy, up, down, everywhere candy. And of course, supermarket also. This candy means you enter, it's all candy both sides. Both sides you go candy, candy, candy. This side cookies, this side candy. Aha. And we also have that. In India also, we're no less, okay? We have it. So you tell the child to choose. Have you seen children try to choose candy? They are absolutely lost. They don't know. They go here, they pull one, then they go here, pull one. And like this, they don't know. They can't choose at all. It's impossible. So like that, it will become, if we try to choose a name. And sometimes we just go to Swamiji and say, Swamiji, you choose the name. You choose the name. That's it, because I can't choose. And so you surrender to them. Whatever you tell us is the name for us. Okay, like that. Anyway, so this is the Purushottama. So I am known as the Purushottama, which transcends both the Kshara Purusha and the Akshara Purusha, the material world and changing Maya. So, right, let's translate this. Because I am beyond the perishable, because I am beyond the perishable, and superior to the imperishable also. Because I am beyond the perishable and superior to the imperishable also, comma, therefore, I don't know if it in English it's a grammatical sentence. Because, comma, therefore. Maybe it works. But generally we don't say therefore. Because implies therefore, so we don't say it. Anyway, here it is there. Therefore, in the world and in the Veda, in the world and in the Veda, I am renowned as Purushottama. I am renowned as Purushottama. Because I am beyond the perishable and superior to the imperishable also. Therefore, in the world and in the Vedas, I am renowned as Purushottama. In fact, literal translation is Veda, not even Vedas, because here is singular. He says, okay, we will resume. Most likely in the next class, we should be able to finish. Om Apadamapahattaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.